Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to my Devil May Cry Dante Must Die difficulty video walkthrough. This is mission 20 and this is the showdown with Shadow. Oh, I'm tired. Fuck me. The showdown with Nightmare, sorry. And this is arguably one of the hardest missions of the game because Nightmare 3 is one of the toughest bosses on the game. And I tried my best here, guys, to try and do this boss without using items. And I got to the final core 4 or 5 times. And I tried a bunch of different strategies, like the air raid strategy. And I just couldn't get it to work. And I kept dying. And it got to the point where, because I didn't have the time that I have now, I wanted the guide to be just done. So I used items. And it sucks. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. And I'm not even going to apologise for mission 22, because if they split those bosses up, I would have done a no item run of those. But the fact that you have to do both of them, and when you die, you have to fight the flying guy again, fuck that shit. I'm sorry, I'm not in the business of bullshit, and I can't be doing with it, so I just item my way through it. But this is Nightmare 3. We've managed to preserve his cores, both of them. And the strategy is the same as what you saw me implement a couple videos back, where I'm going to stay by his side or by the front of him, and I am going to, you know, utilise his moves to attack his core. The only thing that's different here is the arena is not quite as good as the last one. It's not quite as bad as the first one, but it's still not brilliant. And a couple of things to note, he's got a few extra moves in this encounter. A lot of them involve, you know, you taking liberties. Like, he's got sludge moves that I'd never even seen, and I've killed this guy like 20 or maybe 30 times. And I had to get those moves to get one of the achievements. But for the most, you shouldn't see anything new unless you're doing something wrong. Inside of him is either going to be Griffin or Nilo. I think it's Griffin. And the only thing that's different to the previous fight is once you take him down to, I think, the last 20% of his life, Trish is going to start attacking you, spoiler alert. And she's not much of a problem because you can just evade her. Oh god. Oh goodness me. This is me jumping around hoping that thing doesn't hit me. And you'll notice I made a mistake because that move I was doing is not what you want to hit that core with. It's turned it red, and that means it's going to have the most defense. But the luxury now is I don't have to hold back with any moves. Because it's red, I can hit it with whatever I want because it's not going to get any worse. Another surprise that's going to happen is when you take his life down to 0, he's going to recover about 15% of it, and he's going to go into, like, Psycho mode. And Psycho mode is where he attacks with ridiculously powerful attacks. His core is constantly out, and it's red, and it's just not fun. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to use an untouchable while I'm stood on top of him, and I'm just going to beat him to death until he dies. And that's going to literally be it. Oh, right now, when he jumps up onto the roof, he's going to fire these green spikes at you. Just stay on the outside of them. Watch out for Trish shooting you with electricity. And then when he comes down, make sure you... That's Trish there. You see the lightning? And then all it is now is a case of teasing him into an attack. That's his mouth laser. Jump on his back and beat up his core. And if it wasn't for that silly blade move that I messed up on, his core would be much more malleable and I'd be doing more damage, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is that he dies, and as soon as he does die, you'll notice his life goes back up. I'd like to say don't panic, but everyone panics unless you're a pro. I panic. It's like I know I'm going to fucking die because everything he does wicked damage in this phase of the fight. And it's... I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But do you see his life? That's his life just gone back up. Straight for the untouchable. I'm like, fuck this. Untouchable is used, and then I rush straight in and just start beating up on his core. And a couple of Infernos, a couple of Kick 13s, and then I jump away from him like that because the camera's not great, there's too much shit happening. And there he goes, so there is Nightmare 3. If you don't have an untouchable, you could probably try spamming healing items, or, you know, playing the boss till you get really good at that final phase, and I just didn't have the time, guys, so I'm sorry. But thanks for watching, I hope it helps, and you take care now.